Hi, good morning. I'm Stacy with the Elevated Table, and today we're going to make some really unique protein balls. We're trying to do a little bit healthier with our new diagnosis of RA. So we've got 3/4 cup of regular oats, then we have 3/4 cup of quick oats. We have a cup of our infused peanut butter, and then we have some mushrooms. And I picked these up. It's suggested in the recipe to use protein powder, but I decided that this might be a better option, so we'll see how this works. It's got mushrooms and antigens in it, and I've got about a half a cup of honey, and we've got some cocoa and some vanilla, and I have some cinnamon here just in case I feel like we need a little bit of flavor added to it. We're just going to add our dry ingredient. I also have Jessi Osbourn here. She's an independent massage therapist. She's been doing massage therapy for about 20 years. She's new to Tennessee. She's currently located at the Salt Barn in Smyrna, and that's on Cedar Grove off of Zam Wrigley. So let's welcome Jessi. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. This is adorable. I love it.
Tell me a little bit about you. What brought you first to Tennessee?
Oh boy. This is technically my 7th state. My husband and I spent our last 10 years in Oregon, which is a beautiful place, but after being there for as long as we were, we just weren't feeling like it was home for us.
Right.
He is from Pennsylvania. I am originally from Southern California, and I move a lot, so this brought us closer to his family. When I was living in Virginia, I was living in Virginia Beach several years ago, and I had my sister type person lived in Columbia. So I was coming out to Tennessee to see her quite a bit and making that drive. So when we talked about, okay, we don't want to live in Oregon anymore, where do we want to go? I thought, oh, well, Tennessee was really pretty, and let's go check it out. And I cannot believe how much it's grown in the last...
It's crazy.
20, because it's been 20 years really since I've been here before. So it's unrecognizable, but I really wanted to be away from the wildfires and the super harsh winters, and still wanted to stay very rural. We have a farm, so we needed to be where we could have the property for the horses and the chickens and the house goat.
So do you sell any of your eggs or milk?
We will be. Actually, we just now getting our girls producing enough eggs to start selling them. I probably should have brought you some of those. The overall business name is actually Barn and Soul, and the idea is that all of the offerings that I have will be made from the farm.
Oh, I love that concept.
Yeah, so my massage will be there, my potion making will be there, we have the eggs. I also do personal growth coaching and equine assisted mental health and learning. And
oh, nice.
Yeah, in Oregon I was partnered with a trauma therapist, and I don't know that I'll be partnering with an actual therapist out here, but I'm still going to do the personal growth stuff with the horses as the infrastructure at the farm gets all set up. So Tennessee just gave us a nice place that seemed like it could hold all of that better than where we were.
And how are you settling into Tennessee? You loving it?
I do love it. It's hot here.
Yeah.
And when it got 6 in winter, that was not in the brochure.
No. No.
Very few people talked about the tornadoes. I did have to go in my closet twice this last season. So for moving away from wild weather, that was kind of a lateral.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do like it. I like the people. It's beautiful here. I love how clean it is here. Oregon wasn't very clean. So that's
so surprising to me, because when I think of Oregon, I think clean living. No, huh? My son recently, a year ago actually, moved to Montana.
Okay.
And that was just the most incredible. I've traveled all over. I've been all over the world, and I've never seen anything like Yellowstone. It took my breath away.
Oh, it's beautiful there. The Pacific Northwest is gorgeous, the landscape there and everything it has to offer.
So you've been doing massage for about 20 years?
Yeah.
Any specific type? Like I love deep tissue.
I have never had a massage from myself,
Obviously.
but from what people on my table have told me, work with me can be quite intense. I target chronic pain,
Yeah.
and I work areas that other therapists tend to avoid or ignore. I'm gonna find the source of the pain, and I'm gonna work with your edge to get it there. Like most of the time, like people will breathe heavy and I'll say like, do you want me to lighten up? And they go, no. And they come back and they say, I need you to do that thing I don't like. But I can also give a really nice, relaxing massage. My work is very targeted and therapeutic in nature.
How have you managed to hold up for 20 years doing it? Because it's so hard physically on your body, is it not?
It is, and I have grappled with pain myself in my wrists and my back over the years, but receiving massage is huge. I do yoga. I listen to and honor my boundaries, both physically and emotionally, when it comes to, you know, if I'm feeling tired or drained. If my body hurts enough or I'm in a bad enough mood, I'm gonna treat that as a sick day and I'm not gonna work. I believe very much that my energy affects how the work is done on the table, and I don't want to infect you with my mood, whether I'm cranky because my back hurts or, you know, as much as I wouldn't want to infect you with a fever.
Right.
So I do that. And one thing that when I was teaching massage, I would educate my students that there are certain boundaries you have to hold with clients. Like there's certain conversations that they want to have, or like bending of your schedule, bending of your policies. Like there are certain things that I do not bend on, because bending creates resentment, which is a toxin, and it erodes your career. It's just a balance game.
Right. So what we've done here is we mixed all of our dry ingredients and then we mixed in our wet. I could have added a little more wet to make these a little easier to mix, but I just decided to slip on some gloves and do them by hand because I like them to be kind of firm. We should end up with about 35 balls, I would say. And we're going to refrigerate them for about 15 minutes and they'll be ready. They're just that simple. And I have to say, they smell delicious.
They do.
From the golden days of the...
So let's try one of these and see how they came out.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. Help yourself. I really like that. Yeah, we're going to talk about some of her amazing products. So tell me what brought you to this product, these specific.
I technically am a holistic health practitioner, and back in my school we did a lot of herbal studies, and we learned how to make salves and infused oils, and we learned about this really killer combo of the St. John's wort, arnica, and lobelia. So I was using that for a while, and I, over time, wanted to elevate it. So I started playing with my own recipe, and I wanted something that kind of was a big, heavy hitter for pain, because people that come to my table have pain, and my goal is to use whatever is in my toolbox to help you get out of that. I've been making this about probably 9 years, maybe 10 at this point. And I've tweaked the recipe a little bit, but it's my favorite massage medium to use because of the workability that it has. So in a way, it's also formulated for massage therapists, but ultimately it's for the person feeling the pain. And like my tagline is, it works magic on muscles, joints, and nerves, because the St. John's wort is for nerve pain. The lobelia is an antispasmodic for muscles. Arnica is extremely anti-inflammatory, and it enhances the potency of any herb that it's paired with. So it really kicks up the other two. It's grapeseed oil based with shea butter and cocoa butter, which are all every single ingredient in it is anti-inflammatory. So the oil plus the two butters give it its creaminess to make it really go a long way. Like it really spreads out a long way. Like a tube like this will last the average user probably 6 months, unless you get to the point where you're like me and
Bathing in
just like everything hurts. I just came to making this really for my clients. And back in Oregon, they were buying me out all the time. I didn't even think to advertise outside of it because I would make it for them and they would buy up my batches of potion. I had several people buying a bottle just so I would use it as their massage lotion, And it works. It works for all the things like menstrual cramps, headaches, bug bites.
Nice.
The people that reorder it the most are the people who have arthritis, and they're just constantly putting it on all their joints.
I actually, while we were off camera, this is probably my most pitiful RA joint at the moment, and I used it, and it definitely helped with the pain immediately. I'm having a lot of nerve pain with it right now.
Yeah. Well, with the nerve pain, you're going to want to take, instead of just putting it on like the effect where you feel the pain, think about like where nerves run, right? The nerves that are from your fingers come all the way up from here. So at that point, when it's nerve pain, you want to get the whole line.
That makes sense. That makes really good sense.
Yeah. So, that's why I made it, just to really help. Everything I've done in my career has been to enhance how I can serve the people that I'm working with. Like, I became a yoga teacher because people needed to know what to do off the table in a way that would help them feel better from their pain. Not like turn into a pretzel, but like your back hurts because your hamstrings are tight. Let me have now the certification, because as a massage therapist, I didn't have the certification to show you how to do a stretch. But as a yoga teacher, I do. So just to stay in my scope of practice. The life coaching came in because your body holds all of your stories. Like, one of the biggest things, the sentence that everybody says, you two have probably both said this too, I hold my stress, fill in the blank.
Yep.
My lower back, my shoulders. And so there's truth to that. Like, your body literally holds your entire life story. So what happens when we start to release it is it's got to go somewhere. And when you develop a relationship with a client, oftentimes it starts to come out of their mouth via story. And again, staying within scope of practice, we are not, psychotherapists, but there's a way to hold a life coaching conversation to help someone navigate the emotions and sensations that might be coming up from the stress that's being released physically in their body.
That's
so
fascinating.
It's just all kind of been a culmination of it. So
I've always believed very much in holistic healing, and you treat the body. I've had 14 surgeries in my lifetime, and only one of them has ever brought me to a place where I would take a narcotic. So I'm really careful and really light, natural, and holistic. And I think it's important for people to understand you are in charge of your health care. Mm-hmm. And doing those things like stretching and learning how to release that energy is so, so beneficial. And having someone like you to guide through, I can just imagine how healing that is for people.
Yeah. I miss having the connection with my clients.
I bet.
I was so connected to my clients, and now I'm here and starting all over, and
that probably fills your cup too.
It does. That's the part of it. You asked me how I, stay into it. That's the part that gives to me, is like that connection. There's like a reciprocal energy about really knowing who's on my table and knowing how to work with everything they're showing up with. Now I'm working for somewhere, which is different because there's that, the entity, right? Although it's a great place, it's cute and I love it. But right now I'm identified as an employee of the salt barn, right? So there's like this block kind of that people come in and it's just like, I'm here for the massage. But my work really is
much more holistic,
much deeper than that, and it's just, so I'm really hoping to get to that space again here where I can like really work with people.
Well, I'm definitely going to start the Salt Barn with you, but I'm looking forward to you getting your own place. I've just moved back home. I was working in Alabama, and I had a regular massage therapist there. So I'm really excited to maybe get to work with you. It sounds like hopefully you could help a lot.
Ah, I hope so.
So right now people can find you at the Salt Barn in Smyrna, and we'll put in the comments where that's located. But soon, coming to you soon, will be your own studio, and that'll be in Christiana.
Yep.
And you're going to be offering some eggs and that type of thing.
Oh yes, anything that we do produce on the farm successfully will then be available for...
That's awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah.
We really, really do like having more natural things. I've moved away from using any type of artificial flavors or colors, or I still eat whatever I want. I avoid simple sugars or simple carbohydrates. Try to get my sweets through fruits and proteins.
Yeah.
But this is a new adventure for me. I'm a junk food junkie, like through and through and through. That's why I had to have these.
How can I make healthy candy?
Yes. Because that is what I make. I make the best caramels you ever put in your mouth, but there's nothing healthy about them.
I love caramel.
And chocolates. I love to make chocolates. We did Dubai chocolate craze. Do you remember? Oh my gosh. Everybody was crazy for Dubai. They were paying $50 for a stupid bar of chocolate. So we made Dubai chocolate on the episode, and it's amazing. It's definitely not in any way, shape, form, or fashion healthy, but it's good.
Farm offerings will really be more available starting like at harvest time next year. So like we'll plant in the spring, and then as the fruits and vegetables grow. I say that, although I might be able to start my little farm stand with just what I bake and the eggs sooner.
That would be cool.
I'm still waiting for the space to create.
So for now, people can see you at the Salt Barn in Smyrna, and there's some great, exciting things. And I can't wait to bring them back. And as things start to grow and happen, you'll have to come and update us.
Yeah.
So don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll have the recipe in the comments for you for these amazing protein balls. They were delicious, and they definitely fill you up.
Yeah.